We are live. Welcome to the Bardic Inspiration Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Yeager, and today it brings me great pleasure and it is a great honor to have my guest, Chris Vega, on the show. How is it going, Chris?
It is going fantastic, let me tell you.
I love your shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. Iron Man and Mega Man turning into one image. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yo, so we're going to play some Smash because we have an upcoming tournament on Saturday. It's going to be at PPK Philly. Google that shit. We'll throw the link in the description or something, which is what I should have did before we started.
Saturday the 29th, by the way.
Yeah, Saturday, June 29th, 2019, for all you future people that are going to be like completely over this. So yeah, we're actually preparing for that tournament right now. Me and Chris are going to be teaming up.
I'm also sponsoring the event, so if you do catch this before then, it is going to be a $100 guaranteed pop bonus. So look forward to that.
Thank you, Chris.
Very
but yeah,
welcome.
so we kind of caught this interview midday, so there's going to be some trucks going on in the background. Forgive us on that. Right now, though, we're going to get some rounds in really quick and ease into like the conversation.
All right.
Because I want to give Chris the work with the suck. Real rap.
All right. So I actually use a character that a lot of people think is
low tier trash,
or used to be at least, but I think it's a lot better now. So we'll see how this.
So this is actually going to be our team, and this is not a legal stage.
It is not a legal stage.
Suck all day. Oh my god, clapping them cheeks hard early. Oh my god, Chris, what is going on?
I'm just warming up. Just warming up. See?
I got your warm up right here, bro. Oh! Way too thirsty. That's how you do a 0 to death against Zelda with K. Rool. Take notes.
Oh,
what hazards are on? What is this?
That's why I wasn't even playing seriously,
Yo.
man.
All right, I need to address some concerns with the stage situation right now. What
rule set do you have?
I don't know what the fuck rule set. How is this on with my Let Me Smash rule set? Bro. Alright, Chris, well, while I fix this, I have a question for you. So you have a book out, and you've been writing it pretty much as long as I've known you, and it's called A Dark Legacy.
Correct.
Can you go into that while I fix this?
Okay, so A Dark Legacy is a book that I've been working on for a long time. It has been a tremendous struggle. It is not available on our, I should say it's not published or anything of the sort, but I do have half the book on a website that I created.
In the description.
And the website is in the description, is adarklegacy.weebly.com. And you could catch the first half of the book there, and with what it is about, it is a fantasy sci-fi book, essentially reimagining the origins of mythical creatures, vampires, elves, and fairies for a start, as well as being a tale of acceptance and the idea of, could this happen?
So let me ask you, where did you get your influence for like the characters and the story for this book? Like, what kind of source material motivated you to get into like vampires and just the lore of different kind of mythical creatures like that?
So,
like, obviously, Lord of the Rings is a huge one for me with my taste in that sort of realm of things.
Yeah. For me, it was actually dreams. Back in middle school, I had recurring dreams, and this one in particular had scenes that kind of played into each other, and every other night I'd have a new scene or something like that. And it would even be in like daydreams whenever I'm like just kind of hanging out. I get essentially what I would consider a vision or a thought process that imagines vividly what the next part is, and it just flowed together, and that's what started A Dark Legacy.
Nice.
And then I actually use real physics, real science as a foundation, and then make fantastical elements on top of that foundation. So everything's grounded on realism, but also pushed to an extreme, if that makes sense.
So you actually have a character based on you in there, and his name is
Will.
Oh, all right.
His name is Will. That's his Earth name, but he is a reborn prince of an alien society, and this character goes by Vedinian after he realizes what his actual inheritance is. That was his original name. But on Earth, he was deemed Will.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And yeah, that is based off of me, and there's other characters in there that are loosely based on people that I do know, because back then you write what you know, and I don't deem it fit to change most of that, because it's kind of legacy now. But
A dark legacy.
fair.
All right. Cool.
All right,
Everything
1-1,
going
we're
smooth?
tied.
Yeah, 1-1.
Back to the game.
Yeah. So we're gonna get an actual set
Alright.
in now. Oh,
There
didn't
you go,
see
there
that
you
coming,
go, there
did
you
you,
go.
sucker?
Did you see that coming? All right.
Ow. Oh man. Ooh man, that outer shield bullshit. That Brooklyn bullshit, we own it. Ah, you fucking. We're just trying all the dumb shit today, aren't we?
What are you talking about?
Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Oh.
That goes quite far.
Wow, bro. That's broken. Clapping them
Nice.
cheeks.
All right.
Ooh, that was close. Ooh, that was weird. I thought I got around him. That was so weird.
Nice.
Clapping them cheeks. So in the book, there's a character based on me, right?
Yes, there is.
Yay. Oh, I take that. Get out of
It
here.
was red ring. Red
I'm gonna
ring.
give you a red ring right here. I need to stop fighting that shit, dude. That's like the reason I get juggled so easily with K. Rool. Bad habits, y'all. Break them. So have you tried to have your book published?
I did, but the whole thing about that is, out of the whole writer's market book, which has like quite a few hundred pages of agencies and publishers, you know?
Yes.
At the time, which was the last book I think I got was 2016, there's only 13 publishers that were even looking for something fantasy.
Oh, wow.
So...
And that's obviously a niche like a lot of people try to do, especially
Yeah.
that are trying to start out. Like they come up with a great idea and it's creative, so
Yeah.
that's interesting. You know, I can't remember. Ouch! I just fucking. There's a comedian. I can't remember his name. He actually just had a TED talk, but like a revolutionary thing that he figured out is like he's not gonna try to do like what all the other comedians are doing with trying to get like a Netflix special and stuff. He decided to post a lot of his material on YouTube because a lot of people's specials don't get viewed for the full length that the special is.
Yeah.
So he posts these like 5-minute clips. So there's definitely a strategy to putting your content out there for free so people learn who you are.
Yeah.
And that's how he started getting more reception at his shows from people actually showing up.
Gotcha. And like even for my website, it's not just my book. It is my short stories. It is my poems. It has my...
Oh, that was so lucky of you. That is such bull. Wow, bro! My spot dodge extended my
69%.
hitbox. It's
I had the magic
percent,
number.
bro. That was a good one.
So
I probably killed myself because I was asking you a question. This is hard.
so with my book,
Yeah.
it is on the website, like I said, and like
Yeah.
on that website, it has my short stories and films. I have a whole idea for a Joker Harley Quinn Mad Love adaptation on there.
You told me about that.
And I have a proof of concept on there as well, and it is something that I deem. I don't know. It's kind of rude for me to say this and like kind of bad, I would say, but I think I could do Mad Love better. Because in the original comic of Mad Love, which is a DC comic for the origin story of Harley Quinn, in there, she's almost instantly obsessed with Joker. So I think it doesn't play to her strengths and doesn't really show the dynamic or depths that Harley Quinn was before she turned essentially evil. So I have that going.
Wow.
That's how you zero to death, actually, Brad.
Yeah, alright. Well, I haven't had Mewtwo. Cool scrap in the game. You're... Come here. Yes. Look at that.
Alright.
Getting that tail, ain't Chris?
I'll show you something.
Oh yeah? The coolest grab in the game?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
I
what you're
definitely
gonna
let you
show
see
me?
that. There you go, there you go. Zero to death for a year, too.
Quite?
Yeah.
Quite.
Like
What's it not liking?
the heat.
Oh yeah.
The switcher is getting super hot.
Oh.
I think that's maybe why the audio is doing that deep voice thing again.
Deep
for anything
voice thing?
coming through the switcher. Did I ever show you that?
Can you mute
It's
that
like,
component?
Oh.
The audio sounds really weird from the TV.
Yeah, just can you mute it?
Yeah, it's muted.
Wow, okay. I love how Mewtwo has hit hurt boxes. Wow. Fucking
You're gonna get two
bullshit,
stocked right
bro.
now?
No way, bro. Oh shit, I'm down to my last stock. I didn't even realize.
Get him.
Oh, fucking. Wow, bro. Dumb.
That's how you spot dodge at
All
Zelda.
right, dude. Like, I have not been on my Mewtwo game, like, in a while, so.
Excuses.
Right?
Brad, you should
They're valid Johns, bro. Get out of here. Joe, you don't
have
even...
been a clarinet player, Brad.
Oh.
What does that even mean? I don't even... I wasn't in band. I don't even know.
It's okay, Brad.
Do
It's
clarinet
okay.
players just have all the Johns?
No, they have all the excuses.
Yeah, that's what Johns are, bro. My God, Joe. Do you even know how the
I
world
even know
works?
whatever the hell you're saying.
You're out of control. Sorry, guys. Joe lives under a rock. I mean, in a bus.
Brad pretends to live in a bus.
I used to live in a bus.
Ooh.
I don't even pretend.
Spicy words.
I don't even pretend. Alright. Wow. Get out of here. Alright, here we go. Now I just start getting fucking beat by this bitch. So Chris, what other games have you been playing lately? What are some of the best games out there right now for any gamers looking to get some good RPGs or FPSs?
Okay, so if the game that I'm currently playing right now, outside of Smash,
Unbelievable, bro.
is actually Bloodstained. And Bloodstained is made by Igarashi, who is the director of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So if you enjoy any type of Metroidvania or have ever played Symphony of the Night and enjoyed that game, I highly recommend Bloodstained as a go-to right now. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Fuck out of here with that shit. Wow, bro. That lightning kick is so dumb.
what are you talking about?
Wow,
What?
bro. Can you give me a break right now?
What are you talking
Yo, I almost
about?
killed myself, bro. Fastball. God damn.
Your belly's getting a little broken.
Yeah, I got something to break right for you. Right here,
Damn
Chris.
it.
Clapping them cheeks. Clapping
Fair
them
enough,
cheeks.
fair enough, fair enough.
Belly's healed now. Chris, just let me give you that suck, man. Oh my god, bro. How much damage does that just now? Oh, your bullshit didn't come out fast enough there, huh?
No, it did not.
That was the wrong fucking thing. Oh. Don't worry, Chris. It'll be over soon. Wow, bro.
You're right. It would be over soon.
That was supposed to be a down smash, not a down tilt. You would have been fucking finished. Yeah, so. All right, cool, man. So, yeah, that's super cool. So we actually, the last time I saw you, I flew to Wisconsin because the new Resident Evil came out, and since we were kids, Chris, that game has either haunted me or entertained me. I remember as a kid growing up, you and my brother and your brother would always, we had this giant bear stuffed animal thing, right? So in Resident Evil, sometimes when I used to watch them play because I was like really young at the time.
So to those who don't know, because I don't think Brad mentioned this earlier, is we are cousins.
Yeah, that's true. Fun fact. Anyway, so like in Resident Evil, when you open some doors in the early games, zombies are there sometimes and it's supposed to scare you. Now to them, they're like, man, whatever. Like these graphics are whack. Me, I'm having a panic attack because I'm like, kill the fucking zombie! Oh my god, this is crazy! And it's, you know, it was scary to me as a kid. So what they used to do in real life is they would take this fucking teddy bear and barge my fucking bedroom door open and do the same noise with that fucking bear, and it gave me mad nightmares. But eventually, I learned to love the franchise. Is what I'm trying to say.
And to this day, when a new Resident Evil Day, that's what we should call it.
Resident Evil Day.
When on launch day, Resident Evil Day. All right. So when a new Resident Evil comes out, me and Brad hold off on it until we get together and are able to play through it. And that's kind of been a long-standing tradition now. Yeah.
And last time I saw him, what we actually did is we beat 0, the remake of 1, and the remake of 2 that just recently came out. And I could not tell you what a lot of the things that happened in 0 or 1 was.
So we had a week.
We binged. Yeah, we had a week. We had a Smash tournament.
A Soul Calibur tournament.
We had like a trip lined up to go to this one theme park, like this water park, and all this to get done in a week was a lot to do. So, needless to say, we were sleep deprived for most of it. So
streamed it all. I have the VODs. I'm putting them on YouTube, and it's one of those things where you can see the life start draining in real time as we're playing.
Every hour you can see the vitality in both of us just disintegrate.
Because we did this at night. So that way we have the day to do whatever. So like 10 o'clock at night, we just sit down, hunker down, get some water, and just start playing the game. And there's many, I think 3 nights it took for Resident Evil 0, and then we're just like, you know what? We did it on the hardest. We did it on the hardest setting.
Oh yeah,
as well.
yeah. That's definitely something to note because we're not bitches. We do it on the hardest difficulty, which honestly was a terrible decision.
It was
because we died so fucking often.
And if you're trying to manage time, it's not a good idea.
Yo, that's what it came down to, because we were... Didn't we finish 2, like, in the AM of the day I left?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was just ridiculous. The whole thing. Wow, bro. Thanks, Armor. Where were you, bud? Yep, of course.
Oh, I dropped that way too soon.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, so me and Chris are teaming up. You can tell he's going to be doing a lot of the killing. I'm gonna be doing a lot of the DPS shit. Oh my god, bro.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I read it and I fell in front of you. Fuck me. Yo, thanks. I probably would have died just now.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, bro. Give me a break. This bitch is too hard to kill. I fucking reflected, bro. Oh my god, this heat is killing me right now. Dead.
Damn it. Oh, look at me. I'm
Good
vulnerable.
Oh my god.
Take care of my light work. Whoa, that has
Mad
crazy
range.
shockwave range.
Yeah, of course, that's what that fucking does. Wow, bro. Come on, Chris. Get baited, bro. Come on, just get baited one time.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh my god, what are you doing right now, bro? What kind of bullshit was that, bro? Get the fuck off my stage, bro. Oh my god, bro, how you gonna go through the duff? Bro, the down smash don't even work. Bro, I'm sweating so much right now.
I think that's what we call tooth stock.
Yo, I guess so. Yo, these are not optimal conditions right now for me. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say I might do it first and take the hat off, but I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna make me do it. I'm stronger than.
I'm gonna
that,
make him
Chris.
do it.
I'm stronger than that, Chris.
His shirt's coming off, his hat's coming off. I already got his shoes off.
Yeah, I took the shoes off without him asking. Don't give yourself extra credit.
So yesterday we actually went to BJJ,
yes.
and so if I'm kind of like coughing up a loogie, essentially it's just clearing my throat because my throat is kind of sore. Actually, I should not say kind of. It is sore.
So Chris, I actually had a guy from that gym, Andrew Cockle, on the show. He was the black belt that was rolling with you after I rolled with you.
Yeah.
What was your impression of the gym? Like, how did you feel about doing like your first like jiu-jitsu class in PA? Because I know you tried it.
I have
before.
tried a BJJ class in Wisconsin. It was a blast. The people there were really cool, and I think that's what makes a dojo or breaks a dojo is the people and the senseis. And I think this place in particular had a really good atmosphere as well as people running and being part of.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you had fun too. It was honestly like, fuck, I killed myself. It was honestly fun rolling with you, like because you're so strong and you do have like a decent background in general martial arts and body awareness.
Grappling is my weakness.
No doubt, but it was super fun messing around with you. Get clapped. Yeah, like the fact that you were strong made it really fun to roll with you, despite your lack of experience doing like the moves. Like you were actually decent at defending yourself, which was fun. I enjoyed that very much, Chris.
Well, it was definitely oh gosh, I'm surprised I survived that.
Me too. Thanks for nerfing my boy Nintendo.
No,
That's why Sega does what Nintendo don't.
All right,
Or
so
my Sonic mains out there. I'm just kidding. Get out of here with your filthy character. Oh my god.
nice patience.
Thank you. Oh my god, why did you pick it up? Come on, do it again, Chris.
I did do it again.
Oh my god.
How's
bro,
your
you're
shield
trying to break
looking?
my shield.
How's
I
your
just
shield
realized what you're
looking?
trying to do. I'm like, oh shit, bro. He was expecting that shit to be gone by now. Boom. Sonic boom. Oh, I saw what you were trying right there, bro. That was dirty. You don't think I know your bullshit by now, Chris? Vedinian Vega. You don't think I know? Oh my god, bro! That's ridiculous. What was your favorite Smash game up to this point?
Up to this point,
Yeah.
it was actually Brawl.
That's a controversial thing to say.
It is a very controversial thing, but like to me,
Wow,
back
bro.
then, it was more about just everything. And in Wii U, I really enjoyed Wii U, but that was more of when I started getting into I want to take this game more seriously, you know?
Yeah.
But
When did you start playing competitive Smash?
Because the characters.
No,
honestly,
when did you?
Oh, when I competitively Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been playing Smash Brothers since 64 era.
That's awesome. I remember like the days when the N64 was out, and oh my god, bro, I can't believe that shit caught me. So let me ask you this:
Yes.
what console for its time do you think was the best, and why? That's a controversial.
That's kind of a loaded question.
It is.
That
but
is.
It's all relative, you know. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, except people that say the Dreamcast, you know.
So I actually think the 360 is one of the consoles that changed the landscape the most, because that console completely revolutionized how multiplayer goes. And I think
In what respect?
Halo was the game that LAN parties essentially were born for.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add Xbox 360's multiplayer, which was the first console to really go and invest in online multiplayer.
Yeah.
And then that just changed everything. Since the 360, every console has had online capabilities, and it's been...
And every console came with a mic.
Yep. Yep. And, like, despite hardware and software infrastructure wise, I think 360 is where it changed everything, and I think that should have the utmost respect.
Wow, I'm doing the wrong shit right now.
How about for yourself?
All right. So my personal opinion, because I was considerably younger than you at the time, the first console I ever owned has a really good place in my heart. And
Oh,
that's the N64. I think for its time, it was the first console to really allow 4-player, like on one screen, multiplayer, which I think is amazing. I think that changed the way that, for me personally, I love couch multiplayer.
Yes.
And that's the reason I didn't get an Xbox One, because I did like Halo a lot.
Oh,
And I think the fact that Halo 5 didn't include the multiplayer on one console really killed it for me, because I love the Halo franchise. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But I was not a fan of how they implemented that specific part of it. So I think the N64 changed that landscape.
Yes.
Introducing the ability for so many people to be in one room, and you could actually, you know, have all the... There was no taking turns anymore with that console. It changed my gaming in my life more.
I can agree with that. And then GameCube just did so much more with that idea. The N64 was not so much the hardware, it was the software that made a huge difference in the landscape. That's GoldenEye. The competitive shooter that changed everything about competitive shooters. And then Perfect Dark, which is the game that just took what GoldenEye did and just made
Put it on
more.
steroids,
Yes.
yeah. Dude, that game was amazing. I loved Perfect Dark. Like, me and you spent... You couldn't count the hours that we put into that game, bro. Countless. Oh my god, I can't believe that connected.
Sometimes you just gotta scare them. Sometimes you just gotta scare them.
Effective tactic, sir. Damn, bro. That's excessive.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Wow, bro. I can't believe you turned that around like that. Usually just all that bullshit.
Pretty much a 0 to death at that point.
The early game with my pit, bro, I had you in a grab combo, and you were letting me have it, and I fucked the whole thing up. I was like, oh, Nair, no, it's supposed to be up air. Oh, up air, but he's laying down. Ugh. God damn.
What was your favorite controller?
Dude, the GameCube controller to this day I think is the most ergonomic. You know what though? I do like the 360 controller.
Okay.
I think there's a reason every fucking console cloned it and made their own
Sony.
pro controller. Really?
Yeah,
I think
Sony's still
Sony
the
has
DualShock.
one.
They have a variation, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They do.
Yeah.
They do. Everyone cloned it. Everyone made one that's like it
Yeah.
as their, pro edition or whatever.
I think the One is my favorite so far. I think that's the most ergonomic.
Yeah, the Xbox One.
Yeah.
You ever try that Elite controller with the paddles on the
I have. One of my friends in Wisconsin, he actually has the Elite, and he doesn't really use it because it kind of is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
He said, like, readjusting the way you play to start using these fingers in the back, like, it's
Yeah.
hard.
I feel like I could do it for like a sprint thing, or I don't even know. I would use like one. Like I could not do two easily.
Two
But,
on
like,
each side, and
Yeah, like one down here, like because the stick one you need to hold the like. You ever been playing and like you have to do this move?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And what I'm saying, I don't know which camera are we on, Joe? This little one. So like you're in a game running, right?
I can switch.
And you go here, and then you got to keep running, so you switch it. So there's no way like that like I could compromise the already questionable.
Have you
grip
ever
I
done
have
the
on
claw?
that. Fuck no, dude. I've seen claw
So
grip. It's a
claw
mess.
is when you have a controller and you just have your hand like this
Yeah.
or like this, depending on
Yeah.
how your preference is.
Yeah, they a lot of guys that are good at Street Fighter do that. So you actually tried using an arcade stick with this game.
With Smash Brothers, yes.
I wish you would have brought it, but I know your bag wasn't big enough on the plane
Yeah.
for
So I experienced, because I have a fight stick that's universal. Mayflash, it is probably the fight stick that I recommend the most to people, because if you have multiple consoles, this allows you to play on every console with the same stick. Fantastic. And I was like, I wonder if it'll work on the Switch. And it does work on the Switch. And then I found a way to implement the control scheme to be able to be played with this game. And it is not easy at all. And let me just focus up real quick to my Fred's ass.
Isn't it hard to play when you're fucking talking?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna change the way podcasts work.
Fred's like, let me just
Let me start the game while he's going in depth on this shit. No, I got my combo
Alright,
back now,
alright.
bro. You're in trouble. man.
Once I get momentum, I'll be fine.
Yeah, good luck with that. I tried to roll. God damn it. Yeah, block that. Yep, that's how that works totally. Dirty, Chris. Cool. Great.
Told you. Just I'm gonna bring it back.
Awesome. Amazing combo, Chris.
Thank you. I try very hard.
I can tell. You're against me after all. Oh my god, I sound like such a douche. Come on, man. Throw some projectiles. I know you want to. Throw that little dude out. Oh. Yeah, I want him. I want him to be the next thing that kills you.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'd like that to be the case. I'm not entirely sure it's gonna happen. We'll see. Oh man, that was some weird shit right there, bro.
So, you know, right there, what happened is he hit your feet. So
the reflector didn't work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, isn't that cool how that's the one thing about the games as they go on. The graphics get better, but they actually program in better hitboxes and shit in fighting games. The better the graphics get. Like in the N64 one, it would have been way more janky. You know, it's like, oh, you're generally doing that move. You're protected in general until you stop. Ooh, I fucked up. I wonder what happens when I hit him with that. Actually, I don't know.
Do you see what I mean, though?
Yeah.
If I am the one initiating it and you can hold it, you're always gonna win.
Nice out of shield. Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's dead.
That's a JV2 for all you non-gamers out there.
So one of the philosophies that I have is sometimes you have to let them win, so that way they want to play more.
Yo, join our Discord and you'll get to if you join our Discord, you'll get. I'm gonna actually throw that in the description here. If you want to join the our Hero in the Bard Smash Discord and you want more access to this top of the line shit talk that you're experiencing right now, please join and you'll get.
It's not just shit talk, though.
Yeah, there's honestly this is actually a controversial thing I wanted to talk about. So, the gaming community now, and we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. Yeah. Right now, a lot of people regard the Smash community as a toxic gaming community because the shit talking and the taunting that's built into the game, and you know the general disrespect of a lot of the subtle nuances of spiking and specific ways that you can kill people by juking them and disrespecting them with the ways that you're beating them. What do you think about people's opinions on the communities like that? Of course, there's definitely people out there who are going out of their way to like bully other people and like say that they're terrible at the game when they do like review and not giving them any feedback on how they can better their gameplay. But what do you think about just generally having a shit talk heavy community?
So, I'm older. I've been part of gaming for a long time, and I remember back in the day, arcades. That's where a lot of my roots for competitive nature come to play. Soul Calibur 2 arcade, still one of my favorite arcade cabinets to this day. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinets. Oh,
dude.
Killer Instinct cabinets. Come on. So back then, we call that grassroots nowadays. Because there's cheering, there's jeering, there's helpful people talking to you, and then there's people who just kind of don't want anything to do with you because they don't want to relay any of their information about the character because they want to win. And there's so many different types of atmospheric properties in an arcade, especially during a tournament. It is intense. But one of the things that's always been there is shit talking. Because it's a jab, but at the same time, there's respect behind it. For the most part. There's definitely people back in the day who were just toxic as fuck.
No doubt.
But nowadays, having the idea of like, oh, the Smash community is really toxic because of shit talking and stuff like that, I'm like, a lot of it's not unique to Smash. It really is not. But the thing that's unique about FGC games is esports. And recently, I think that has been a big push to the ideology of, okay, let's tone down shit talking, let's tone down people popping off, let's tone down all of that, make it look as professional in their eyes as possible. And then when you get like local scenes, which Smash is one of the biggest fighting games, and I say fighting games, not a party game, because there are definite fundamentals of a fighting game that can be carried over to this game, and as a whole, yes, this game could be a party game. But how it's used competitively, it is a fighting game through and through. So with that in mind, there's 77 characters in this game. That's a lot of characters and a whole wide range of people to relate to a character that they really enjoy playing or really enjoy liking. Like, for me, Link in Smash 64 got me into Smash. I was like, ooh, from Zelda, I know that character, let me play this game, you know? Mm-hmm. Now you have Mario, Donkey Kong, Metroid, Zelda, Kirby, there's Castlevania in this game, there's Metal Gear Solid, there's so much in this game that anyone can just pick up and know a character that they enjoy and like not so much relate but gravitate towards that character. So this game, I would actually say, is the easiest accessible fighting game for a newcomer to just come in and find a character that they enjoy, which relates to a lot of younger people or immature people too, but also mature people and older. There's a whole wide range of the spectrum, which other fighting games sometimes can't even compete with. So my idea of the toxic thing, I think it's more or less fine. It's been there, I've lived with it, and it's part of society nowadays is very thin-skinned, especially with the culture and the political ideology that is being pushed in social media and in general population with behind the scenes of entertainment industry. But that's a whole nother topic in general. Yeah. But going back to fighting games, it's there, and I actually enjoy it if there's respect, because like me and this guy, we'll go at each other. But there's
shit talking this whole time.
But it's respectful to each other as people. It's like, oh, you fucking suck, man. Yeah, you know, dude, like that's not respectful. But like, yeah. I'm trying to say something very, very blunt to let him know that he could get better. That he needs to get better if he wants to compete with me or something of the sort.
Yeah, and honestly, a reason that I love the Smash community is because it tends to weed out people who can't handle that.
The thin-skinned ones?
Yeah, exactly. More or less. And something that I really like about Smash, the Smash community... Yeah, for sure. One thing I really like about the Smash community and that facet of it is that you really know people who are really good at this game have had to have come across some really good, like, crazy shit talkers, and they had to beat those people pretty thoroughly before they gained the respect that they are and, like, the higher levels and everything. So you were mentioning about the esports and stuff. I believe League of Legends is the biggest competitive video game out there right now,
the most toxic community ever.
Is League of Legends? Get out of here! Get out of here!
Ask any League of Legends person who's been playing for years, or not even years, like at a month, and they will tell you, ask them, do you get people who talk shit in chat? And instantly it will be a yes. I say, like for me, when I play League of Legends, I like to go with have fun, good luck.
GLHF.
Yeah, but I reverse it anyway. Yeah. But I usually get the response of "fuck you," or something of the sort, or like "no you," or like
"no
something.
You." That's me. What about Modern Warfare 2 though, bro? Come on.
Modern Warfare 2, that was filled with kids. But
yo, all right, look, let's do one last one. There's gonna be who's better at the game right now, and then we're gonna go into the other mode.
Yo, you don't even have me Brawler though. You don't even have the full cast unlocked,
bro. All right, you know what? Put me Brawler in there then. All right. So you're saying, yeah, so Modern Warfare 2 was like a hugely popular game based on the shit talk that is that game. Like the cancer, because you were able to communicate in the lobbies before games with everyone that was about to play.
Yes.
And you could say anything, and there was no reporting. Like, if there was reporting, it was super stringent. I mean, it wasn't... You like that RoboCop though?
Dude.
He was running those lobbies
Murphy.
early. Murphy.
All right, we're gonna go with guest staff because
All right.
fuck you. Continue.
Yeah. So you're saying in League of Legends, while you're in game, is everyone able to communicate at once?
In the loading screen, and I think they put an update where you can. Usually voice chat
Is there an at everyone and then voice chat's just your team or something?
Voice chat is usually done with a third-party software, but they did recently patch in their own software for voice chat in-game. During character select screen, it's just your team, but once you're in-game, you have access to everyone, and that's 10 people. 9 others than yourself that can shit-talk you. Even your teammates are like, what the why is top lane feeding? Why? What'd you do? I'm like, I need help. Where's my jungler? Oh, he's in enemy jungle trying to get their red. Oh, he just died, but you're feeding. No, you're feeding. Fuck you. Forfeit at 15. You know? FF15. Just do it. Just do it. Don't even care.
So, where's the healer? If he was up your ass, you'd know.
Why is my support not with my ADC? Listen, support. You're not roaming. You're not Bard. Just there's a character named Bard.
It's me.
And
it's based on me. You know that, right?
When he came out, there was a saying, "Don't do Bard stuff."
It's based on me, bro. I'm telling you.
Because the character's his passive was he like little chime summon, like he's essentially a god. Little chime summon on the battlefield, and he could pick them up to get more power. Restore some health, restore some mana, and every 5 chimes he gets a upgrade to his abilities.
Yeah.
So you see Bard just leaving lane, going through the jungle, trying to go into enemy jungle so that we could get this chime and try to make it back alive. Like,
don't do Bard stuff.
Yeah.
So that being said, like the ridiculousness that all these communities are, you really need to appreciate how far gaming has come. Like the fact that the League of Legends finals that worldwide competition got more views than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think that put into perspective how big gaming is. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think the fact that gaming is as big as it is a pro. Like corporatism's gonna beat it out eventually anyway, you know?
Yeah. Well, like even then, basketball teams and like managers or stuff like that, they actually fund a lot of League of Legends now. There are 6 teams, I believe, in League of Legends North America that are owned by basketball teams.
That's interesting.
Rick Fox, I don't know what team he plays on, but Rick Fox actually is the owner of Echo Fox. And they are in fighting games, they are in League of Legends, I think they might be in other MOBAs as well, but
I think the military, the army has their own gaming team now, or the Air
yes.
Force.
One of my
I think that's the dumbest shit ever, and I'm mad that that wasn't a thing when I was in, and that's my opinion on it.
One of my friends in Wisconsin, he actually is part of the League of Legends military team.
Must be nice. So fuck your MOS. Anyone out there?
Alright, we're just gonna go with Zazie. Why not? Simple enough.
More like assy. Sassy.
Alright. A lot of people like the shot put.
Is that what we're doing?
That is not what I'm doing. I'm going Mach Punch. I am doing Suplex, your favorite. I am doing Thrusting.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then we're gonna go with counter throw, and actually we might do soaring axe kick instead because I like to have a little bit of every one. So,
soaring axe kick?
Yeah.
Is that actually a flash kick?
It's a flash kick.
So that's dumb. Come on, Nintendo. Haven't you ever played Street Fighter?
And we're done. All right.
All right. Well, there you go, man. You didn't even make Skull Kid. We'll do
you
that
know
later.
what? Oh man.
Just let me do it. I'm first player, bro. This is my console. I'm player 1. Damn.
All right, so we're
Don't y'all hate when your little brother, that's actually your big cousin, like gets all up in your mix? Wait, what is this, max battles?
So that's the total thing. That's everyone there. So
Alright.
that's the max.
All right, so yeah, we'll do that. Mercy rule off. I don't know what that is, but
So-
it's off. Time limit. Let's do
4 for sake of.
Yeah, all right. 4.
Change the style too. Make it stock. There you go.
Let's do 2 stocks.
Okay.
Time limit, FS meter. Yo, rock, paper, scissors. No, we're not doing that shit.
No computers. So the mercy roll is, at a certain point, you get a point for every win that you get. All right. So if there's a halfway point and one person can no longer even win, then they end the game. The whole Smashdown.
Say that again?
If you win in Smashdown, you get a point for that match. If you get halfway of points, that means that the other opponent can't even catch up anymore. Like, there's no way for them to win. So the mercy roll is, if it's off, you just play through until the whole cast is done. When it's on, the moment someone gets to the peak of points where the other person can no longer compete anymore, it'll end.
Oh, well, we should do that.
Okay. So mercy roll should be on then.
Alright, and then, yeah, so random stage select. So, yo, me and you both get 1 illegal stage pick.
Oh, wait, no. Mercy roll should be off. I misjudged. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right,
Let's do
it
stages.
should be off?
Because, yeah, if I remember correctly, Smashdown ends when comeback is impossible.
Yeah,
So on, okay. I'm like, Mercy. Mercy is,
Yeah, Chris, you're not going to just beat him into extra submission.
keeping
That's what I
WarioWare
did-
on?
That's what I did.
Is that
to you.
your...
I mean, that's legal. Like,
True,
generally,
true.
you know?
No, not generally, but in Let Me
In
Smash
Let Me
it.
Smash it
yeah.
is. Get out of my house, bro. Damn, chill. Grow up. Relax. Where's Waldo? I fucked up. Yeah, guys. So this is the hottest it's actually ever been in the bus, and I lied about earlier. This is kind of rough. But our equipment's handling it? Question mark, Joe.
Yeah, that's good.
That's impressive. So if y'all ever want to know what equipment to
Turn
run a
off the
stream
custom
with,
stage.
my bad. Jeez, relax, bro. Don't hurt me. So if y'all ever want to know anything about how to run a stream, inbox at Joe Bus Life on Instagram, and he'll get back to you within a year.
That's your
That's my pick.
that's your pick.
Same
okay.
with Chris on Instagram. He'll get back to you in a year, at the very least. It's so funny. I was having this conversation
let's
with
do
a
it.
friend of mine. Fuck you with that, bro. You ain't gonna pick Fountain of Dreams. Are you really doing this style
Yeah,
off bullshit?
yeah.
Wow.
There's no Zelda stage on this
Whatever,
kit.
bro. You're whack.
Stage hazards off.
You're whack. But I was having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and I was wondering, like, why are people that are so good at things so bad at social media? Like, you're so talented at a lot of the things you do, but you don't. But why are you doing this early, bro? Yo, if you win, you pick first. Like, you pick character first.
Okay,
next.
okay. Or
yeah.
you pick second,
Yeah.
you mean?
I think, like, no, like, you pick your character first, so the other guy can react to it, you know?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that was supposed to be a fucking grab. Oh, I fucking knew he was gonna do it! I fucking knew he was gonna do it, y'all! Oh my god, the grab didn't go! What are you talking about? Yo, if I lose to Little Mac with Mewtwo, I'm gonna be butthurt, bro. Wow, bro. Okay. What is Little Mac, bro? This character's fucking dumb.
That's
Off
that.
my fucking stage. Fucking counter, bro. Wow, bro! You had magic percent, bro.
I
He had
did,
magic
I did.
percent. Boo. Boo, Little Mac. Alright, you pick first, pussy.
All right.
I wanted Richter, bro.
You got Simon. I'll leave you Simon.
Yeah, thanks. Who the fuck picked Simon, bro?
Oh, going for Link right away.
Dark Link, early, hard, husky, on deck.
So, were you trying to ask that as a question earlier, or
What? I don't even remember. I'm sorry.
Brad derails his own questions. Haven't you noticed? Like,
it happens, man?
Yo, dude, I'm in the... Joe, fuck you, bro. You come over here and win games while you're fucking doing an interview. I dare you.
watch back your interview.
Wow, bro.
You ask like your best question, and then 1 minute into their answer, you're like, "Oh, do you like the color blue?"
Get the fuck out of here. That's not true at all. That's not true.
Oh man.
It's true.
It's not true.
You did it with Kevin like twice, and then you did it with almost
That's the first.
everybody.
That's the first episode, bro. That doesn't count. First of all. Oh yeah, zoning. Is that what we're doing? Just zoning the whole time? Is that what we're doing, Richter?
What are you talking
huh?
about? What are you
Huh,
talking about?
Richter? Huh? Hmm. Oh man, I thought I was gonna have you with the read. Wow, bro. Cool story. Bro, what is Richter? Meme ass character. Get the fuck off my
That's
stage.
that. Ouch. All right.
Oh, that fucking down tilt is actually a really good approach to it. Well, I'm not a Link main. Ooh, that shit clipped me.
Oh, that
Neat.
that
Two
you know what?
star. 2 star.
I tried some risky business.
The risky biscuits. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
A lot of the competitive games out there that are team oriented are those like jungler, League of Legends kind of games. You don't see that many FPSs in the big mainstream, but that's some of the more popular genres of games. What can those like communities do to get more tournaments formed?
Well,
Aside from the like, another thing is like the formatting of the game sucks too.
that's what I was gonna.
Because it's hard to
come back
throw
with.
like a LAN tournament like it
Yeah.
was easier in previous like
Well,
Xbox 360 installments.
It's just as easy now, especially with technology improvements and whatnot. But the thing that is hard is what you just said, the format of the game. It doesn't really relay well for tournament scenes. There are some games that do. Call of Duty, Titanfall,
Battlefield, I think.
Battlefield.
Oh, Titanfall. Don't even get me started.
but like something like Destiny or something like what's another first-person shooter that
Isn't Overwatch really big?
Overwatch is a first-person shooter, and it's a arena shooter though. It's not so much like team deathmatch or anything like that. It's very objective based. But yes, Overwatch is the biggest first-person shooter that I know of.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know the community, like, it's been, that game's old and it's still big, like,
Yeah.
to this day. I know a lot of people that play it as their thing.
You know what?
Did you see that meme? Oh, fuck, Did you see that meme where it was like Marth, girl Marth, blah blah blah?
Yeah.
And they had Ike down here, but they had Donkey Kong down here, and they had Ike as the name. This shit was fucked up. That's awesome though. Wow, cool story, bro. No, I'll end you. I'm really glad this is the stage that ended up being with Roy, because his recovery is not affected adversely to this.
There you go. That's dead.
Roy's our boy. Roy's our boy. Golden Roy, the golden boy, baby. Hold that. The reeds. Ouch. Alright, cool. Cool story, bro.
Good patience.
is never a good idea with fucking Roy. Wow, bro. Crom's broken, first of all. That was bold, bro. That was some bold bullshit right there, yo. That's gonna be
That you went the wrong way. All right.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna
It
be a wrap
happens.
right
It happens.
there. So both you and I grew up in. Well, you actually were born in
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
That is a fun Vedinian fact right there.
Yeah, Wiesbaden, Germany. I was actually born on an American Army base, so American soil, so still U.S. citizen by birth. Stayed there, I think, 2 months, my mom said, and then we went to Puerto Rico or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you lived in Georgia for a short stay.
Oh, yeah.
Before you ended up in Reading.
Savannah, Georgia, and Tybee Island, Georgia, were the two that I remember. And traveled up and down the East Coast, lived in Florida with my dad for a little bit. Or, not so much live, but spent time with, I guess is a good way to say. Let's go corn. And then, yeah, just, I've been all over the East Coast. Very nomadic nature it gave me, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I really like being able to move around. Home field advantage, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's one of those things that kind of is great, but also kind of sucks at the same time, because if I'm somewhere for too long, I start feeling like I need to do something.
I feel like that's honestly an asset that a lot of people who are like hometown people their whole lives, they don't have that at all. And
No, they don't.
They get doomed to the circumstances of their, surroundings for the rest of their lives. And I think a lot of those people have regrets on their deathbed because they, never traveled or never did all these amazing things that they thought was just supposed to happen along the way,
People who stay in one spot their whole life and have the very, like, I grew up in a spot that was everything I needed in this area, People who have that, they do have fears of moving, of changing their location.
Bro, Fox is broke. He's like fucking, his recovery is so dumb. I don't even use him in this
Ooh.
game. Oh, that fucking smash attack. Yeah. And now you live in Wisconsin, right?
Yes.
So you actually live with your girlfriend Amy.
Yes,
Who's
I do.
awesome. And that's actually a super interesting story how you met Amy. Do you kind of want to go into that maybe after this match because it's kind of getting heated? Because it's honestly early in my life, seeing your guys' relationship go the way it did, the way that you guys met and everything, honestly gave me hope for having a sincere relationship with somebody, despite in my maybe not my upbringing, but in Reading High where both of us ended up going to high school.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of people, especially like not many girls that I could relate to that much. Oh, I fucking killed myself. Oh my god,
hey.
He's broken, bro. But yeah, especially like females that wow, bro.
I went the wrong way.
Broken ass recovery versus janky ass recovery right there. That wasn't even skill at all. That was bullshit.
So,
but so let me finish my statement out there, and then I'll let you rip it. So, you yeah, I think like growing up, I didn't have a lot of like females that I could relate to the same way that I think our relationship was something that I aspired to because you were closer to me than like my own brother, because my own brother didn't really live with me a lot growing up. and you were someone I confided in as like a best friend. And obviously we had our ups and downs. We had our own sibling rivalries.
Yep.
But like I've always come back to confiding in you and trusting you and looking at the way you view the world and trying to incorporate that into myself in some respect, because I loved the way that you looked at everything. So you tried to look at the world kind of unbiased, and I
Yes.
think I carry that to this day as like a really good value to hold. And
It's
that was a
hard.
tangent.
Yeah.
But, like going back to you and Amy, like how did you guys meet and how did it work out?
So with me and Amy, I don't have the best of backgrounds, childhood stuff, but who does? Everyone has ups and downs. There's people that have it better off. There's people that have it worse off. Point is, I accept what happened. But in some dark times in my youth, I loved Ocarina of Time. That was a go-to game for me, and I 100%ed it, or at least I think I did. I don't know. I know I got all the Skulltulas, but
I think that pretty much means you 100%ed it, bro.
So during that time, I was really knowledgeable about that game, and I would go on to forums and stuff for Zelda. And there's this forum that I went to, Zelda 64 or Zelda Central. I can't remember which one it was. And it was the Song of Time was the homepage theme, and I was like, all right, cool, let's hang out here for a bit. So I went to the chat room and tried helping people out, and I did. And eventually I met, or I didn't meet, but I started talking to a couple people that came in regularly just to kind of like RP. And I was like, okay, this isn't anything Zelda related, but okay. So I actually became friends with them, and it turned out to be pretty good people. And eventually I started essentially being a pen pal to one of them. And that was when I was 12. And then in high school, I actually...
That's early internet days, y'all. That's
is
dial-up days.
all right?
Dial-up days.
No cell phones. This is just brick computers. And we ended up going to a convention to meet in Illinois, Anime Central. Great convention. It's getting really big now, but back in the day, it was manageable, and it was actually really cool. And this guy met Travis Touchdown there.
Good. Oh, we can get into that.
So we met,
Travis
and then
touchdown for fucking Smash, yo.
we met there, and ever since then, it's been essentially a long-distance relationship. And after high school, I ended up moving to Wisconsin, and we're still together, going pretty strong still. Over a decade. Still going. Started off as a long-distance relationship for 2.5 years, so...
Yeah.
It can work.
And that's like before like online dating was like an app-based like
Yeah.
easy thing. Like dial-up days, like the internet was still in its
This is
super
when
early
cell phones
days.
were this big.
Yeah, and
All
no
right.
one had them unless they were in your car or
Yeah.
something.
And then then flip phones were still a thing. I don't know if viewers remember what those were, but flip phones were a thing. And that's one of the things that I had as I was moving over there. So it became easier, but like snail mail, which is sending letters via mail, is something we did. Talking on the phone, emails, that was what it was. But one of the things that I hold value in a relationship is communication. It's one of my 3 foundations of a relationship. And with a good communication and being honest it's not just communicating with other people, it's communicating with yourself. If you're honest with yourself and honest with other people, things get a lot easier, and it also makes things harder, but you will be better off, I believe. And with a long distance relationship, if you don't have good communication with the other person, that's 9 out of 10 reasons why they don't work. So, yeah. Strive for that if you're in one at the moment, or if you think you might be in one with someone that you're talking to
Or like
online.
coming up soon. If
Yeah.
you're like doing something like college, I know there's a lot of times where high school relationships end up splitting.
I know back then, WoW relationships were a big deal. Like, there's quite a few people that I knew that got intimate with other people that they played WoW with, or not just WoW, but any other online game. RuneScape was another big one back in the day. So it's one of those things where it can work. You just have to
take it seriously.
Yeah.
I always found it incredible that you, despite, like, I remember when you first told me about this, I'm like, what? You never even met her before? There's no way that's gonna work. Like,
yeah.
Like before, I just completely doubted it. And around me, just in where we grew up in basically the ghetto of Reading, and for anyone that's not in Pennsylvania that doesn't know where Reading is, it's ranked one of the 10 most poverty cities in America, and one of the highest rated crime cities in America also. Like top 10 in both of those categories. And also in 2010 it was one of the top 10 most obese. It's just an interesting fact. I think it was either 2009, 10, or 11 that I saw that statistic.
Yep.
Which I guess is pretty accurate. But I always found it like incredible that you guys made it work, and despite the odds, you can really make any relationship work that you actually give a shit about that other person.
You can.
And
you gotta make sure you help each other too. Like, it's not just me. It's about growing as a person. And if you can help each other grow, that's where it really gets real. Because then you can push each other to potential that you didn't think were quite possible. But if you have support, if you have someone to help push you in that direction, it's amazing. There's plenty of people that I know that have a passion, have an idea of what they want to do, but the people around them pull them back. Oh, you want to go to school for game design, let's say. And then, like, for me, this is a true story. I actually went to my guidance counselor in high school, and I was like, I want to go to school for creative writing or video game design. And she said, no, don't do that. And I'm like, in retrospect, I'm like, that's a shitty guidance counselor
for
yeah.
real, bro. Like, I feel like you're your most passionate coming out of school if you have a plan like that.
Oh yeah.
And I think another thing, when you get to college with like that state of mind, and maybe you're not the most experienced, if you still have that desire to succeed, you're gonna see like, oh shit, like there's rich kids from like all these different counties that I never even met, like with all these rich families that gave them like a head start here. I'm gonna just work harder and take this more seriously,
Oh yeah. You take things less for granted if you're passionate and want to strive for it.
And you're paying for it out of your own pocket.
Yes. If things are given to you, you are more likely to take it for granted, and that's just a general consciousness thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you. That's a phrase that's been going around for a couple of years, and it holds true to this day, and it held true 20 years ago, 50 years ago. Like,
you got one life to live. There's actually a really awesome quote I heard recently. I think it was Confucius. Don't quote me on this quote. But he said, every man has two lives, and the second one starts when he realizes that he only has one.
That's a good quote.
Dude.
That's a really good quote.
So, realize that shit early and get after it.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're about to get after this
match
goodness. Right now.
All right.
This is like what we opened with, and now it's back to this bullshit. I'm gonna actually.
We're getting this right out the gate, though. There's still like 30-some matches that are gonna be played.
Lamau. Oh my god!
I need to build my momentum back.
I rushed in. Wow, this is not gonna go well for me.
Oh.
Yes, give him the suck. The suck rap supreme. Oh my fuck, bro. Ooh,
all right.
Oh, I wanted the Dunkaroo. But yeah, guys, just to give you a specific example of like the disrespect I was talking about in this game, watch what I'm about to do to Chris.
What was that?
Just watch. Just watch. Oh shit! What the fuck was that?
You like that?
I didn't.
From both sides.
It was scary.
Someone clip that.
No, for real. Fudge! Oh my god, bro. Let's try that again. Lucky. That dude hangs out for a minute. Oh, you threw the crown. Damn. That was like a perfect example of like the stick getting stuck with the thumb. Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, okay. That's totally how that works.
There you
Get
go.
that.
There you go.
Get that. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Come on, man. Damn. Wow, that was weird. Oh, wow, bro, my armor did nothing? Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, of course, you would fucking out of shield lightning kick me. Alright, good game. Well, you see how much shit talking just happened right there? And then good game. Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Good game.
Just have to bring back some momentum,
Oh,
and then we're gonna go Piranha Plant.
Oh, I hate Piranha Plant. Fuck Plant Gang, bro. So another thing I was gonna ask is, what other competitive games do you play? What else do you compete at? What are
Okay.
your like hot games that you do?
My top four, the four that I really enjoy playing competitively is Smash Brothers, Soul Calibur 6, Killer Instinct, and the most controversial of all of them, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And that is because I just love the gameplay of that, even though the graphics are a little not that great and the roster could be better, but just the way the game works, it is what I wanted in a Marvel game.
That's like the only Marvel game I haven't really gotten into.
I
Like,
recommend
both
it.
of us. Like, I think I won a local Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament, or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's a thing. I'm so glad Zelda's gone now. It's gonna be a wash for you now.
You sure about that?
No. No, I fucking hate Piranha Plant, bro. Oh, come on, man. That could have been better. This is my pocket character, so I don't really know how to use Dark Pit that well. Like, I main Pit, but Dark Pit's not my, like, best character in the game. Wow, bro, I gave you that shit. Yep, okay, that's totally how that works. Well, that was weird.
Oh, Piranha Plant. Hey, look at that.
No, let's not. Let's not and say we did. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, sweet armor, bro.
Thank
Don't
you.
Do it again.
Damn.
And you got the bags. That's like the ultimate disrespect. Not really, though. I fucked up. Yo, DI toward me next time.
How about no?
Wow, bro. Are you fucking... Wow, bro. What even is that character, bro? What is that fucking move? No one uses this fucking dumb character. Get me out of there. God damn. Ooh, get out of here with that shit. Oops, oops.
Ooh, ouch.
What a fucking stupid character, bro. That shit is so low.
Nice. Oh,
damn, bro. Sniped them.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's cool. And then you run a Twitch channel, and you're actually a Twitch affiliate.
Yes.
How long did it take you to get there? And you did that by yourself.
Yes.
Like I just did that recently, but that's because I teamed up with a bunch of guys. We run tournaments and everything, and we got it in like a little, like half a year. But you've been grinding at it. Like, what are some tactics people can do to be better streamers and stuff like that?
Don't ask me.
All right, word.
Because
Yo, I won that, so I should pick first.
Oh,
bro.
I already picked.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick.
So the reason
like-
why I say don't ask me is because I actually am trying to get a short film going on because of my different philosophy on exactly that. And I think that a lot of content creators right now, a lot of streamers, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people put on a persona, put on a face, put on what they think is the most popular thing to get as many people involved as possible. And to me, I'm just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like be honest, relay how you are, and just maybe tone it down or maybe bring it up a little bit, but don't change your fundamentals because you don't think
How did this stage get on?
what yeah, Brad.
My bad. Don't go down under the spear. If you go down under the spear pillar, you have to kill yourself.
Or I
Wow.
could just kill you.
Oh my god, are hazards on somehow? What is this? Yeah, okay, that's totally legitimate.
I was like, he's going down.
No, I'll kill myself if I do. I'm a man of my word.
Oh.
Kill yourself, bro. What kind of DI was that, homie? Oh, God.
All good, all good. I'm still in this.
Yeah, we'll see about that. The only thing that's all in is you in that fire. Get burnt, boy. Crispy, boy. Crispy booty hole, boy. Yo, don't get JV2. Oh, the bat. Oh, the jutsu got.
Oh, that actually shield poked me.
Dead.
That
JV2
actually,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah. So your Zelda's good, but you're trash at this game. Like,
I'm letting you have a little bit of a lead.
so you could clean me up at the
Yeah,
end.
exactly,
Is that how this is
exactly,
gonna go?
exactly. No.
All right, so I won, so I'll pick first.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you take the advantage. Obviously, you need
Go
it.
for
you
it. No,
fucking
not
scrub.
even, not even. Pit, you're going pit. All right, all right.
Man, I've been cooler than I am today. Yeah, I was about to say, you pick Sheik, yo. You pick Sheik. All right, Randy. Yeah. So, yeah. You're trying to do an indie film, but...
So yes, going off on that, like the whole idea of what I am trying to do with that is I'm working on special effects, working with liquid latex, making my own blood and stuff like that to create fake skin.
What software do you use to edit?
I use Vegas Pro
Mm-hmm.
to edit, and we can go while I talk.
Oh, don't fucking grab him. Fuck, I forgot.
And the idea is a male and a female are like in an office waiting room. All right, and these two are in it for something, and it's all black and white. The dialogue is very old school. It's where you have them like move their mouth and like a black screen pops up with the dialogue in text format.
Oh, that's
Very
cool.
like
I dig
like
that.
40s and stuff like that, you
Yeah.
know. And the idea is they're in this thing.
Shit! Oh my god.
They're in this spot, and they get like a buzzer comes up and like says, "We're ready for you now." And both the guy and the girl, who look like, honestly, like kind of like we did in high school, where you dress with what you're comfortable with, you know.
Fucking
And with that, they go up to like walk up a couple spaces, and they look at each other and like, are we ready for this? Like, are we are we really ready? And the guy goes, maybe not.
What?
And he says, well, let me look at you. And he looks at her, and he's like, maybe you could use a little bit of red on your cheeks. And she's like, okay. So she actually goes up and like digs her nails into her chin or into her cheeks and just starts drawing blood. And then she just rubs that around a little bit, puts some on her lips for like makeup. And then she's like, you could actually use like a haircut or something, like clean up what you look like. So he takes out scissors, starts cutting his hair, trimming his beard or whatever the case is. And he's like, you could use a trim yourself. And she takes the scissors and starts cutting like the fat on her sides and stuff, and just completely destroying that. And she's like, you could use a little bit more muscle. And he takes that fat, puts it on his arms, like sews it on his arm to be more muscular. And then like it cuts to black with the I think we're good. And then when it goes back to them, they are like pristine, like how people look nowadays, like very, I don't want to say toolish, but like very
Plastic.
Yeah, very plastic looking. But there's no showing of what just happened. And then they start walking away, and like as they're walking towards the camera like pans down as they walk past the camera, and you can see a trail of blood. And then that's it.
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
oh shit, we're down to like last 30 seconds. But yeah, that's dope.
So-
I've always been a fan of like your creative writing though. I think you have a lot of talents in that. You fucking motherfucker, bro. I fucking knew you were going for the whole time. Good game.
Good game, yeah.
Fuck,
So
you just
that's
beat my pit. What a
I-
waste
I-
of a pit. But yeah, like since I've been a kid and I've read like a lot of your stories that you've actually written out, your imagery and your creative writing skills is beautiful. Like I remember one thing I read of yours where you described the crunch of leaves as like the character was watching, and I could just fucking put myself in that dude's like skin, and it was awesome, beautifully written, honestly.
one of Amy's favorite analogies that I use in the book, the parts of the book that you can read, is describing the hallways of the school as the arteries of a heart being pumped, and like the children are the blood pouring out of the classrooms, like tachyardria.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly the pronunciation of it, but essentially it's a heart attack, and how the heart you like moves blood around during something like that. And like that's how I described the school when bells ring, and that's one of her favorite like analogies about that. I just realized you're a Mario for this.
Hells yeah, boy. Okay, that apparently just goes through.
You want to be licked?
You know? Do you want to be licked? I'll give you some licks right here. I got magic percent, bro. You better not play games.
Oh, that's gonna be changed right now. Told you.
Wow, bro. That shit just has super armor through everything. Must be nice. It don't. Not yet. The time will come, though. Mark my words. Mark my words. Yeah. Wow, bro. Of course that does that. Oops. That's not what I wanted.
Nice, nice.
Yep, that kills. Almost. That's gonna kill.
Yeah.
So dumb. Dead.
That's dead.
Is
Alright.
climber's still a thing?
What's that? Ice climbers.
Yes.
Is, yeah. I'll pick them next just for you, Joe. Oh, there's my thing that beats that shit.
Ooh, nice.
That'll do it. A little dab will do
That'll definitely do that.
it. Yeah. Neat. 6'3", boy.
Oh,
Where you
yeah.
at? Alright, I just won.
Yep.
Gotta change the controls for this pick.
Oh, that's not ice climbers.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Did I just say it? Dude, look at my attention span, bro. Dude, it is so hot in here, though, for real. I'm fucking.
All right, if you're going ice
stressed out.
climbers, then you know what I'm gonna do.
Don't you do that.
Is I am going to go another classic.
Oh, yeah? Stealing my mans here? Jump and shoot, man? You just picking
Jumping?
him up?
Yeah, I'm
Just
just
gonna pick him up?
I'm
like
just
that's
gonna
cool?
jump and shoot, man.
Word? Well, I hope you like puns, because the ice climbers are here. Ice to meet you, Mega Man. Alright, I know they got some jank. Oh my god, alright, we need to fucking collect ourselves here. I know there's some jank to be had with these guys, though. That wasn't very cool.
Oh, you disjointed them.
Thanks, Nana. Thanks, you fucking bitch. What the fuck, bro?
Good job, Nana.
On you, boy. Well, this is a fucking wash, bro. Nana just fucking killed me.
Sure you can.
Nana, I'm gonna need you to get your fucking act together, bro. If we're gonna team up here. That wasn't very ice. You need to cool it. Cool your cannons, Keister King. Get out of here. Alright, 99%. We got this. Oh, fuck. Early. Yo, they're like switching it between each other and fucking all that nonsense. Oh my god, where was your fucking smash attack? Nana, don't die. You fucking idiot. Hold that.
Hold that.
Yeah, well, sometimes Mega Man's good.
Sometimes
you
Nana
know?
just decides not to help with your update.
Yeah, sometimes, bro. You definitely got lucky, bro. I had that.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, you pick now. Oh yeah, Incineroar.
Oh yeah.
Cool, bro. Blue Cat Man over here.
Best Pokemon in the game. No, it really is not.
We're coming down to the wire here. I
Yeah.
don't know how to use some of these people, like, legitimately.
I have plenty of people that I still have.
Alright, well, fuck, it's 6'4". I'm only 2 in the lead. I'm only plus on the 2 here. Is a grappler good against, like, I don't know what to do here.
It's only one way to find
I
out.
feel like I need a range character, someone that got Hadoukens, you know? Alright.
Okay,
Yeah.
the match where we use Ryu or Ken, we both play Ryu and Ken that same match
Alright.
for just Street Fighter-esque matchup.
No, alright.
Alright? Alright,
This
you're
stage
using a broken
sucks.
Pokemon in the game.
Yeah. I got
Did I
something
just
broken for you.
go over?
I'm happy as shit about everything right now. Yo, they nerfed my mans, though.
They did, but
Wow. Because that's how that works. Alright, fucking K-Rool. I see you.
Sakurai decided to have every new character have the same down smash.
Yeah, of course that works like that.
Roar! Roar!
Come on, dude. Just fucking die. Oh my god, that was close. Yeah, you're dead now.
Oh.
I was about to fucking say, bro, how? High ceiling ass fucking Pokemon advantage shit. No. Yeah, of course that's a fucking move that he has. Fuck. Fuck you! Get away from me!
Alright, I think we're at a good percent now.
No! No! Pichu!
His arm's
Fuck, dude,
bigger than Pichu.
I forgot how to use Pichu, bro. I was fucking up right there. I do not like that stage. God damn it. Alright, the tables are turning. I don't like it. What a joke. Fuck, I hate this character so much. Dude, I'm out of mains. Oh, no. Let's like get a fucking free win here.
You think that's gonna be a free win?
Free.
Alright.
I heard you Wisconsin guys were free.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, of course that happened. Okay. What is his moveset again? Cheap shit? the
Pretty
whole
much.
time?
That's actually really fucking good.
No, it's
Your
not.
Pikmin actually activate
Yeah,
Rebellion.
I noticed, Chris. I'm not hype about it. Let me be real with you right now. Fuck! I fucked up a lot, and now I have to fucking work really hard to fucking beat this asshole. Cocksucker. Dude, I fucking hate that fucking weird fucking dude. Your fucking fursona, you fucking weird furry faggot.
That's rude.
Yeah, my bad. That was racist as shit. My bad. No offense to any of you people that are furries out there. Actually, you know what?
Guess what? I have Arsene again.
Very offense to you guys. That's some weird stuff. Right, JK. Everyone's weird. Some people are just better at hiding it. A friend of mine says.
Alright. Don't use guns that much. Hit me. Thank you.
Yo, what do I do? What do I have to do there, man? I can grab you out of that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing I have to do. Alright, now I know.
Alright, well, I got Arsene again, so...
Yeah, Mexican again. Fucking top hat having weirdo. I'm not fucking going down there, bro. You're out of your mind. Sega. Oh, you are a dirty boy, bro. Wow.
Oh.
God damn it. Get up there. Come on, man. Yo! Fuck yeah,
What did
bro.
you use?
Front smash?
I was behind you!
Front smash? Pikmin, Olimar, Pikmin, Olimar.
Alright. Go ahead.
I will, go ahead.
Alright. Oh, are you picking Ryu too?
Yeah, I'm being
Alright.
Ryu, bro. I'm the Mexican here.
Oh, man.
He looks more Puerto Rican. He looks more like me, bro. Ken has long hair.
Fair. That's fair.
Ryu's
That's
a
fair.
nice man that like actually like can hold a job. Fuck him, bro. His dad's rich and
His dad is
his
really
eyebrows are really weird.
They are
That
not
matters,
normal.
That matters in this day and age, bro. Dude, I was about to use my D-pad, bro. No lie. You look back in the tape. Alright, fucking guy. Alright. Ryu, let's fucking make some moves here, homie. Yeah, wake up Shoryuken. Hello. Where were you? Yep, of course that's how that works. Too bad Ken sucks, or the fact that you're good with him would matter. Mokedetsu. Yeah, I definitely acted out of that first, sorry.
Kick.
Sure you can. What was that? You can like fade in and out with that. What is? How do you focus?
FAC.
Cancel? How do you focus
Dash.
cancel?
Backpack or forward.
That's so dumb. I don't actually know how to use this guy the way that that game intends on you wanting to know how to use him or whatever. Bro, why can't I wake up Shoryuken? God damn it. I thought this was Street Fighter. With platforms.
I like we're not even using it. We're actually playing Street Fighter right now.
I'm trying to, but it's working in your favor. I need to do cheap bullshit.
I need to play Smash now.
Yeah. Wow, okay, bro. Where was your wake up Shoryu, bro? Wow, bro. I don't know how to use Ryu, bro.
Two stock? I think that's what that was.
Whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. On a character I don't know how to play. Wow. Everyone's impressed, Chris.
They should be.
Yo, it's getting down to the point where I don't know how to use a lot of these people. This sucks.
You know how to use Link, so you have Toon Link, you have Young Link.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even pick black, though.
Nope.
There was no dark to like Young Link, though.
Implied.
So, I got your implication right here, bro.
Oh, we're on small stage too?
Oh, hold that. You're not the only one with fire. Boy. Oh, you're an elf humper. How about that? Wow, of course. Wow, cool, bro.
Thank you.
Cool moveset. Isn't that shit broken?
I don't know, you tell me.
Yes, it is. Can you not do that? Follow up bullshit.
How about that?
Wow, bro. Cool story. Yeah, Toon Link, if you could, for fucking Young Link, if you could get your act together, that'd be really neat, bro. I'd be a fan of that. Oh, wow, his front tilt kills.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Of course that happened.
Fuck. Oh!
That's amazing.
Another
Yo,
thing
what is his
where
back air sucks? Why isn't his back air regular Link's back air? I have a problem with this. I thought the shield would work, bro.
it's not the Master Shield.
Whatever. It's a Hylian
I'm
shield,
sorry,
bro.
the
Fuck that
Hylian
matchup.
Shield.
I got you right here.
You're supposed to pick?
You pick. You pick. Go.
All right, well, we got to stretch. All right, we got to make sure we stretch now.
I'm getting this out of the way.
That's going to be one of my next ones.
Good. That's why I picked him, because I knew you wanted him. I knew you wanted him in the pocket.
So, what else is going on?
Oh, yeah. My bad. So we've just been playing. So yeah, normally Yeah, so your book is on your website.
Yes.
Is that like a free website?
It is a free website, and there is more than just my book, as I've stated earlier. It has all my creations is on there, and
Dude, I keep thinking he's a fucking different character.
it's pretty much whatever I do. It has details of the way I write, which is with the mindset of asking people to open their mind. And the reason why I ground everything that I write in realism is because I want people to have the thought, could this really happen? In some weird way, could this actually be possible?
My own stage pick is killing me.
So that's the reason why I ground everything, and I think that generally most people have their ideologies, have their philosophies very inside their own box. And I try to open that box a little bit, try to break those walls down. Hopefully, that's the goal. If I can make people, or at least one person, have a mentality of substandard to what everyone else is thinking, in the sense of, hey, maybe I should think about it in a different perspective, or something of the sort. I think that would be amazing, because if more people have their minds open, then less things would be going back to what we previously talked about, like thin skin. Like, less people will be thin skinned if they just aren't so close-minded about things. That's just my opinion.
You fucking lucky. Yeah, I agree.
But that goes to, like, one of the things that can happen with people is they don't appreciate someone else's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So going off of that is one of the things that I've relayed to you countless of times, is the concept of what reality is. So reality is defined by what you perceive, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And
your limited perception through your own five senses.
Exactly. So what you hear, see, taste, touch, feel, like, or smell, not feel. If someone comes up to me and says, this right here is orange, I'm going to be like, no, it's red. Because I see red. But to them, maybe they have a deficiency in their eye. Maybe they have an extra cone in their eye. Or maybe they are colorblind. Or maybe they have a decrease in the frequency of wavelengths that they can see. Whatever the case is, their reality is different than mine. And who am I to say that they're wrong? Who am I to say that someone who hears voices is wrong? Because for all I know, there could be voices. I believe in supernatural and extraterrestrial, and even outside of that, like, just your conscious and the way your subconscious works, it can really influence how you feel, how you hear, how you see. Like, it can change so much of the aspect of what your reality is. So it's learning how to accept someone else's opinion, someone else's reality, more or less, and understanding that just because someone's different than you doesn't make them wrong, doesn't make you wrong. I think that is something that could be pursued a little bit more for a lot of people, because it's okay to disagree. It's completely fine to disagree about stuff. Religion, politics, relationships, what type of food people like, whatever it is. You know what? There are plenty of friendships that have been destroyed because of one disagreement.
Yeah. What do you think about the fragility of that? Like, knowing that people can be so fragile to certain things like that, do you think that freedom of speech is more valuable despite, so many people disagreeing with, like, racists, for instance? Do you think it's better that way?
There's no right thing right now for that, because the population as a whole is spoon-fed an ideology, and that ideology is so one-sided. You can be open to someone, like, the whole idea of racism is that there's a certain population, certain percentage, race, or not even just race, like just culture in general, that another culture deems inferior. That's essentially what racism boils down to. But for me, like, I'm Hispanic, and I've seen racism firsthand towards me, and it's one of the things that I've come to accept, in the sense of that's not right, but at the same time they are products of their own, of what they've been taught.
Yeah.
So
In their environment.
exactly. And our parents, our generation, is the product of a huge racial movement back in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Like, that was so prominent for them. So the people who grew up with that, that is something that they still have in them. So that's trickling down to the younger generation, because of grandparents, because of parents who have an ideology that was instilled on them from their parents, from their grandparents. Because in the 1800s, it was cool to say stuff like that. It was cool to treat other people that way.
Yeah.
And
belittle them.
yeah, and it trickles down. So it's gonna be there. Racism will be there. But at the same time, if you look at the opposite spectrum, the people who are essentially being bullied, or the people who are considered the victims of racism, segregate themselves. And for me, like, I don't understand that. Like, the idea of BET, which is something that I understand was a bit controversial in itself with what I'm going to say, but I think that having something like BET is a double-edged sword. It promotes and it exemplifies culture of this culture.
Mm-hmm.
It promotes it all, but at the same time it segregates itself and puts it on its own, essentially, like, table,
Mm-hmm.
to be scrutinized, to be in a point where, like, oh, they don't even associate themselves with us, so why should we associate ourselves with them? Something like that. That's a very extreme example, but
Yeah.
the concept is there. Is you segregate yourself with the expectation of being part of something bigger.
Yeah, and making that exclusivity so prominent in what you're putting out there could, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, with me growing up, like, the reason, like, I don't really like rap music and stuff that much, like, I'm only just starting to like it in, like, the last couple years of my life, but, everyone who liked rap music back in the day would, if I didn't know anything about the genre, or like, I've never been, like, a sneaker guy, like, I was like,
Yeah.
why do your sneakers matter? Like, I would get scrutinized because, like, oh, this guy doesn't even know what, like, whatever.
Why aren't you spending $120 on your
Jordans,
sneakers?
you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why? I don't, like, I'm poor. Like, I don't even
Mhm.
understand. Like, I don't, like, all these people that are surrounding themselves around this culture, like, I don't like. So I just separated myself from that, and just making themselves out to be exclusive groups. And it's not like it was always, like, black people,
No,
or
it's
like
not.
Hispanic people in those groups. Like, there's plenty of white people that are like that too. And that's the cool thing about Reading High, was that it was a melting pot. You
Oh,
had
yeah.
that culture of people. And
Right.
that's, I think, one of the coolest things, because I had friends that were, black, white, Asian. Like
Oh, yeah.
my first Asian friends. Like I remember growing up, like Jackie Chan was my dude. So like I used to like hold my Asian friends close. I'm like, oh, do you guys know how to do like kung fu? And they're like, no, we don't really do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, like it's just
Oh,
it just sucks.
stereotyping.
The fact that you don't have yeah, you know what I mean. But the fact that you don't have exposure to those actual cultures, it sucks because I want to be friends with as many people as I can. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
gender and
yeah.
race do not matter, but the connection between them, the bond that you
Yeah.
can make, their consciousness, their perspective, their opinions, that's what makes a person up. This right here, that's nothing. That is just an exterior protecting what's here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the most valuable thing that you can have, and if you build that up, and if you strive for understanding, like there's so many people that you can meet, and like not even like be negative. Like there are people who I've talked to that I have vastly different opinions about. Like everything's like butting heads, but the debate, the conversation that can come from that, phenomenal. Phenomenal. And
As
like,
long as you're both open to having the conversations
Exactly.
and not being offended about the other person's
and
opinion.
there have been other times where talks like that start and it feels good, and then 20 minutes in, all of a sudden there's so much anger and aggression coming off of the other person, and I'm like, okay, this is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, like now you can't handle a conversation
Yeah.
because it went away that you can't handle.
It's no longer a
Yeah.
conversation, it's now an argument.
Yeah.
You know?
And no one's going anywhere. Like no
Exactly.
one's getting anything out of this anymore. And I feel like growing up, like that's a lot of conversations were arguments, and it's amazing how you can, when you first get your handful of intellectual friends that actually want to give a shit about your opinion and value that stuff on you.
Yeah.
And you like everyone has had that first like in their middle school days or whatever where they had their first like good conversation. They're like, oh my god, like that's so awesome. And it's a pity that doesn't happen more. Like people don't go out of their ways to find that anymore. They don't make time for it.
That's because a lot of people are like superficial.
Oh, dude, 100%.
There's so many people who try to, because that's the culture nowadays. That's the content, the YouTube culture. That's the culture that is being imposed on us from our biggest forms of entertainment, which a lot of people take part in, and it's please other people at your expense. So anything that is deep or has depth to it, that has any potential to be controversial, a lot of people try to stay away from talking about that at any cost. So a lot of people become superficial. They become facades because they're just trying to be as popular as possible. And that goes to a lot of infrastructure for a lot of things that you're going to be part of growing up. In high school, the prom king, queen, any type of position in clubs and stuff that is based on vote, not by who has the best repertoire and tools for that job. And then that goes further into the extent of politics. Like, just a little dab into my little knowledge of politics, it's a popularity contest for the president.
100%, yeah.
Like, it's who has the money and then who has the popularity to be voted. And granted, it's also on the population to be knowledgeable to make the informed decision themselves, but let's be real, that doesn't happen. It's who do you like?
Yeah, well, that's the reason like the whole Russian thing with them infiltrating social media was so effective. It's because people don't want to do their own research. They're like, oh, a headline, that's true. That's just automatically true because I read it on Facebook. Yeah.
It's in the Times. It's in something that another company does that has an agenda.
I remember the first time I realized that stuff was as much bullshit as it was. Like, I realized the news was unreliable. The first time was because I was in the military and I actually talked to people that were there and they were like, no, man, none of that shit fucking happened, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a lie.
It's fabricated because...
Because it's more interesting. It's
Exactly.
It's gonna grab more eyes. It doesn't matter that it stigmatizes a people and makes them, you know, dehumanized. The fact that we can have a foreign enemy, you know, as long as we can have that, it doesn't matter what the public opinion doesn't matter as long as the money's flowing into the oil industries and shit like that, you know. is pretty crazy, because that's when I realized, you know, there's no good and evil, like, nations. It's,
No.
you know, it's all the individual. Like, that's why like, I was in the National Guard, and I remember, like, having conversations where I was like, man, I would honestly have a hard time if I was stuck in a position where I'd have to be like like a guard at, like, the border wall with the Mexicans and stuff. Like, it's like, because, dude, like, I'm Hispanic, and I have so many friends that are Mexicans that are illegal Mexicans, and I just, you know, I couldn't do it because of that. Now, that being said, I don't have that many, like, Afghani friends or anything like that. So maybe it would be easier to desensitize me on that. And that's important to know that about you. You got to know that you have 100% capability to treat someone like shit. Like, you treat your own family like that a lot of the time, you know?
Yeah.
So
sometimes you don't even realize.
Yeah. So if you think just because, you know, you get to sit here and think because the rest of your friends are saying, like, oh, this, that, and the other thing, like, so it's a shame what's happening to these people. And to think that you wouldn't be one of the guards treating those people like shit when you're having a bad day. Like, I have friends that are prison guards that, like, admit to me and say, like, dude, like, when there's rapists around and they're, like, taunting you, like, from their cell, it's really easy to take your day out on them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So to think that you can't treat another human with hate and aggression, like, you're so full of shit.
You're naive.
Yeah.
But again, people want to be naive. As the saying goes, naivety is bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't see the muck, if you don't see the dirt, if you don't willingly allow yourself to be in sight of that, it's fine. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. It's all good. So people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
People, because another thing, the truth hurts.
Oh, absolutely.
Truth hurts, and it's one of those things where a lot of people don't even care to see the truth of what's in front of them.
Absolutely.
But it goes to a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, people like the social justice warrior movement thing and everything. It's funny when I look into that stuff, because some of those people are like that say, like, oh, we need to be more inclusive, this, that, and the other thing, about, like, all these people that are, you know, looked down upon in society and shit. And of course, like, we should be more inclusive. But they're the same people that are pro Antifa and stuff, like the anti-fascism people, like stopping some people from talking at organizations and just being like trying to silence freedom of speech. I'm like, dude, like, that's the problem. How are you gonna know you snuffed out racism if you don't hear it?
Yeah.
You gotta know. You can track how well you're doing by how often you're seeing it. You know. I don't understand their theory on it. Like, oh, let's just snuff it out and make the idea bad. Like, going back to what you were saying, every generation, it's kind of going away more and more. Like, you just have to wait until people meet more people of other races. Like, I think a big thing that people don't account for is, like, how beautiful people are of other races. Like, I think girls of other races are beautiful that aren't my race. So, the likelihood of me like having the likelihood of me having a kid with, like, another race person isn't, like, out of this world. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna do some bullshit. People need to be more open to that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like, Hannibal Buress has a hilarious comedy thing on that. He's like, he watches, like, these biracial pornos, and, like, you see the comments have, like, racist dudes in there, like, oh, these fucking black guys fucking are white women and shit. It's like, but it's funny because their horniness trumps their racism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that shit's so fucking funny to me. People are so, on both sides, like, there's so many. The closed-minded people are the poison, you know.
Yeah.
The people that are capable of having open conversations, like, I don't have a problem with, like, any of these people that, like, are, like, I'll give you an example, like the trans people, right? Like, I don't know any trans people, but that doesn't mean I hate them, like, their movement. But I'll tell you, the fact that one of their big things is, like, the movement with them is trying to condone, like, the silencing of free speech. I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
Sure, everyone like has a right to be loved and accepted by society, and there should be no one at all being bullied to the point that they want to commit suicide. Like that's like I know people like I've know people that have committed suicide. I've had an ex-girlfriend that's committed suicide. Like not when I was dating her, but I found out like she had committed suicide. So it's definitely a real thing. And It's a shame that that's real. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that sparing those, like, the extreme of both sides of the coin is going to be tyranny and oppression.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But that's what's the most vocal right now, are those extremes. And like for me, it's like the feminist movement. Like I think everyone should be equal, but at the same time, the really vocal stuff about feminism is not equal at all. It's not equality. It is submission from a different gender. And I'm like, how does that help your cause at all? But I'm just some guy that no one in that thing would ever listen to.
Yeah.
But like, it's not even like guys that do it. Like I've talked to quite a few women that are just in the same thing. Like they're like, yeah, they're not real feminists, but
yeah,
that's the most vocal part of. Thanks for rolling into that, but you have shield anyway.
Yeet.
Jump in this real quick.
Oh god, I don't know. She's showing enough. Oh, fuck Cloud. Fuck you, Cloud. Fuck you, you prick. Air slash. Buster.
Just drift in there, or drift in fair, yeah.
I saw that punish coming a mile away. Oh, God damn it.
I need to actually space that a little bit.
I become the best character in the game for 6 seconds at a time. Can I do it? I can do it.
Oh, that's... His down smash, man, can be brutal.
Shit. Yeah, of course that happened. Yes. Fan 4 stick.
Oh, better get it really low or actually
Trying to oh, that's not the right one. I'm gonna fucking die from anything with that.
No.
Yep, alright, well. Dash attack, ain't it?
dash attack.
Yeah, I think like one of the things that's hilarious is like a lot of these social justice warriors, like they're democratic kind of like alliance, right? Like they're progressive people, and they come from places like cities, but that's the reason that I see why they're wrong is like because I'm from the city and I'm like no, like I want to know what all these cultures think because there's a reason, like history has shown this stuff, like I understand why a lot of my black friends hate cops. I get it. Like, that's legitimate stuff. I want to know. I want to, like, put myself in your position and understand, like, oh, that is legitimately fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
that's bullshit. I'm sorry that, like, that happened in your life. And I get to know that stuff. And if they kind of say stuff like white privilege and stuff, like, I understand where they're coming from. And I don't, like, jump to conclusions and say, like, oh, that's not a real thing or anything. Not that I don't think it's a thing. I think, you know, there's definitely, especially with the cops, they're way quicker to be more aggressive against minorities. I think that's 100% a fact.
I think that's another two-way street, though, because if you don't have any direct influence on that regard. If no one, for me, let's say for Hispanics, like a cop killed another Hispanic on accident or whatever the case was, but it had nothing to do with me or anywhere close to me. I'm not related to that incident in any way whatsoever except for my gender or my race. It's kind of, I think it's kind of wrong for me to instantly judge that whole infrastructure on that one incident.
Yeah, well, even the situation, like if you don't have really good evidence on the situation, my biggest concern is with these people that judge it based on a headline again.
Yeah.
It's like, do you even know what the cop's name is? Like, do you know what the department is known for, like stuff like this? Like, how can you make a judgment call like that? Oh yeah, we're going for that bullshit.
What are you talking about? Bye. Let me just stand up.
Yeah, I got some fucking stand up for you right here. Shit, I gave that to you.
You remembered.
No, you fucking certainly did. What's Samus's kill move? I don't fucking know.
Everything.
I got everything right here. Oh my god.
I'll take that one instead.
I don't know how to use Samus.
Back here's a good choice.
There's a good one. Alright, now I know. The more you know.
I jumped into it.
I noticed. I'm happy about it. Rather pleased. Oh. I should have did the down B more to recover.
Yeah.
I could have actually won that. Fuck. We're coming down to the wire here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want everyone to love each other, and I just want the human race to be at the pinnacle of where it can possibly be at. And everyone's gonna be tan in 1,000 years. You know what I mean?
Well, there's the
if you go under, you kill yourself.
Okay. There's the 3-tier system for culture. I forget what scientist was talking about it, but essentially, for a species like us that kind of rule the planet, there's 3 tiers.
Oh, the types of civilization.
Yeah.
You're talking about, like, I think Michio Kaku was talking about this.
Okay.
Like, we are on the cusp of being a type 1 civilization with the internet.
Oh,
Is that not what
no.
No?
We're type 2 right now, from my memory. And type 3 is when we get the knowledge and the know-how to actually traverse and colonize other places. Yeah.
Civilization.
That's type 3, if I remember correctly.
I think I was, like, grading it 0, 1, 2. It's kind of, oh yeah. I mean, I guess if you jump from that ledge to this ledge, that's
you didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm with that. Oh my god, that can break shield.
Yes.
In that case. Oh, god damn it. I wish I knew how to use fucking donkey.
And the thing about
wow, bro, give me a break.
The thing about tier 3 colonies is that we won't get there if we're not united.
Bro, you're not landing that.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what is that, bro?
I thought you said I wasn't landing
Bro,
that.
what is that, bro? How? That's bullshit. Play the tape. That was bullshit. Alright. No, go ahead. You pick first.
Oh, you didn't even let me get the color.
You're gold. You're golden, pony boy.
All right, let's see what Frosty has taught you.
Yeah, for real. Let's see what Dream has taught you. Pulls done do it. Oh, that's the combo I fucking forgot about the existence of. Wow, okay. That's a legitimate combo, for sure. Come on, where the fuck my tipper at? Wow, bro, give me a fucking break. Fuck. That should have been a kill. Of course, of course.
Whoa!
You fell through the stage?
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was their
Come on,
tipper.
Kill, please. Please, Marth, please. Wow, dude. Of course that would not kill you. Of course not. Come on, bro. His tipper is fucked up. Or his side B is fucking weird. God damn it. Marth!
Oh.
Damn, I sliced right through that fucking rock.
Yeah, you did. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to do.
No, don't do that. Not cool, man. Fucking bullshit. Damn, yo, fucking his counter lasts forever. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think we're bringing this one home, Marth.
Believe in yourself.
I do. Wow, of course.
Nope.
Come on, bro. Get out of here. Yes! God,
Nice, nice.
that was lucky. Oh, God. I think if you were recovered in that with your down B more, I would have had a harder time.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets caught now. Punch!
Okay.
So I have a really controversial question. Who should be the next character unlocked in Smash besides Travis Touchdown?
Besides Travis Touchdown, no one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All three of the next characters on Fight Pass should just be Travis Touchdown.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yo, I do not like Duck Hunt. Randy told me you picked him against him, and he was having
I
a hard
won.
time.
I won one of them.
He was having a hard time. This shit's funny. He's like, I didn't know you had a fucking pocket duck hunt.
He's one of my trolls.
Oh no, you have a Mexican as your down?
I do.
bro?
I do.
That's racist. That's gonna be you next.
Yeah?
Wait. For sure.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Who's a good dead doggy? Who's a good
Like I said, you gotta please your opponent sometimes, just to make sure that they are happy.
Yo, Chris has the worst Johns, bro. I swear to God. He's the most
Like,
bullshit thing. Oh my God.
He thinks he's gonna win this still.
Just so y'all know, I'm definitely winning this still. I already won. Wow, bro. Nice trick. Alright, cool. Cool story, bro. Yo, let go of shield. Hot. Can I land it twice, though, ladies and gentlemen? That's
Nope.
the question.
I won't let that happen.
That's
I
what
let
just
one
said.
happen.
Yo, you have like a janky ass moveset that's giving you an advantage on this stage, and I'm upset about it, to put it quite frank.
What?
God damn it. You have magic percent, bro. It's not fair. If I can get you out of it, all right, now I won.
Sure about that?
I mean, I have a chance again now. Sweet, not a kill throw, bro. Wow, bro. That shit didn't connect, though. Fuck. That doesn't kill, right? Oh, that shit's so dumb. Damn, bro. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to use fucking Captain Falcon. I got the Falcon Punch, bro. What else do you want from me?
I told you, yeah, that won't happen.
Oh, God. Let's go. Who's next?
Alright, alright. We're going to do... Cheek. I like how this guy says he doesn't have any mains left, but there's still a Pikachu in there.
I don't even know how to use Pikachu, bro. I have no idea how to use fucking Pikachu. I never picked up Pikachu. I'm a Pichu main, bro. Pikachu's like way different, bro. Have you seen their nairs? Have you met Mr. Game & Watch in this game? He's fucking janky. The ultimate jank.
That's not what I wanted.
Wow. Neat. So you play D&D, right? That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
I did that with you in Wisconsin for the first
kind
time
of.
since like fucking high school. You said kind of. If my fucking campaign
yeah.
wasn't so retarded, if all the people in my campaign weren't fucking.
Let's spend 3 hours trying to talk to this prisoner who wants to die instead of talk. Yeah, let's do that. I keep thinking that
You're good.
that side B is dolphin kick. So I try to do that off stage and it's down B.
Yo, remember when you lost to Game & Watch just now?
Yeah,
That
remember when
happened.
you lost to Rario right now?
Psych.
You're gonna lose to Isabel though.
Oh,
Let me
hell
tell you
no,
that.
I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. Why don't you pick Snake, yo?
I got someone else.
Yeah, you gonna just use your motorcycle? You think that's gonna be a good tactic? Cause no, it ain't.
I'm
first-
just gonna eat you out, man. Just get some health back.
That's raunchy, and
She's a goddess. She'll like it.
we're gonna get like banned from YouTube because of your language, Chris. You need to calm the fuck
Yo,
down.
language is perspective as well.
Bro. Tell that to the SJWs, bro. Fuck. I don't know.
Yo, you can say fuck or you can say cornbread. If you have the same intention and the same meaning behind it, it's the same thing.
It's all hate speech.
Hate speech. Hate speech.
Yep. Rawr.
There's a real Smash tournament right here. Everyone you fight, you have to have an epic conversation while you run through the whole cast. Oh no. Bro, how did that happen so fast? Warrior's broken.
Ouch.
Look at me.
Oh, that's right. That's
I'm
right.
basically Zelda. Look at me. Look, I'm Zelda with a staff and wings. Wow. Okay. Thanks, Windbox. Thanks for being there for me when I needed you most.
Okay, so you cannot eat that.
You could probably eat my fireball though.
Thanks for rolling into that, by the way.
I like do it at the bakery. I like my rolls.
Yeah, of course that fucking happens. You're not the only one, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do.
Ooh, you farted and then I hit you with the wings.
I did. Gotta waft that out.
I did. My wind box cleared that whole shit out.
All right,
bro.
we're even now.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep going my way. Watch.
Are you sure about that?
You can go your own way, go your own way. I guess I'll use them because you insist. Joe, what time is it?
4:37.
My bad.
Huh?
My bad.
Oh no, we canceled.
Who did?
Oh.
No, our core, because it's hot, and
Oh,
Eric
that's-
didn't want to go, and he was tired from work.
All right, I don't feel bad in that case.
Thank
Wow,
you.
How did that not suck in the electricity, bro?
We can go like 50 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Well, once this is done, we'll be done. We have like how many characters left? Like less than a dozen,
Yeah.
and they're like 4 minutes each tops.
I could do that too.
No, you can't.
Did that really just reach the
Hashtag
edge?
range, bro. I'm not Pichu, bro. I'm Pikachu. It's way different, bro. He sucks. He ain't even good. You're getting beat by like one of the worst characters in the game right now.
Oh, that's
This
not true.
Chunky ass rat, addicted to coffee ass motherfucker. Did
Thank
you
you.
see Detective Pikachu?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think of it?
Better than I thought it was gonna be. Did you like that flash kick?
Nah, man, we're not talking about that right now. Anyway, so I like that Mewtwo was in it. I really thought the storyline was mad interesting, though. I don't know. I didn't hate it, and I actually went to see it twice because you got free Pokemon cards, and my son collects
Nice.
them. So I was like, oh, I gotta get him some. So I took him to watch it after we went for Randy's birthday. Also, shout out to Brett Anspatch for showing me this game mode in Smash because I never even knew this was a thing. Get wrecked. Yeah.
All right.
So thanks to Brett, we're playing this crazy mode that I don't even remember the name of. Run through the cast mode, smash down.
Yeah. All right, you won.
All right. Yeah. Last one. I'm gonna be Wolf. Yeah. He'll be Inkling, yo. That's like top tier character right there.
Nah. He deserves to be beat by a little puppy. Little puppy against a big ass wolf.
I hate it. It is worst character in the game. I
Mhm.
hate it so much. It is secretary dog. Who trains dog to be secretary? It makes no
Well,
sense.
to be fair, Raccoon's the mayor.
Your mom's the mayor. Yo, can you not? Alright, I don't know how to use this fucking character either. Yo!
Yeah, look at her little dance. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, enjoy this fucking free win. I feel like this is exactly what happened with that Sheik matchup. It's like, oh, all right, well, that's what side B actually does, I guess. About to hit you with the oath right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all right?
Who said Wolf was broken again? That's not true.
You want
He's
to come
not-
over here?
No, you. Ow.
Use it off stage again, please.
No, you. You'll be good with her. How about that? Wow, bro. That's totally a fucking real life thing. What's the difference between Wisconsin and Pennsylvania?
Ugh.
Where's the worst place to live? Is winter more brutal in one or the other?
Oh yeah, winter's more brutal in Wisconsin for sure.
Good to know.
Last year it was negative 40 at one point.
Fuck you, bro. Negative 40, that's cold.
Yeah.
What's the best beer in Wisconsin?
I can't say.
Come
Blue
on.
Moon is probably Wisconsin based, I believe. So you don't have that here.
We do have Blue Moon.
Do you?
They're delicious.
Okay.
Blue Moon's everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Because
very big.
I just had Sour Monkey here, and I don't think that's in Wisconsin.
Probably not.
So I'm like, I kind of want to import that over there. Because that was actually really good. But I don't drink much beer, so I can't tell you one way or the other.
But what's your favorite one? The Blue Moon? That's your jam?
No.
What's your jam? What's your favorite
Mio.
Wisconsin beer? Mio?
But that's not Wisconsin beer. That is Japanese carbonated alcohol.
Alright. Fair enough.
All right, my turn to pick. Let's go Greninja.
Gay Ninja, huh? Yo, fuck Greninja, though. He was a villain in that movie, yo. Worst Pokemon ever. Evil-ass frog ninja.
They look good. They're one of the Pokemon that I thought looked pretty good.
Is it true that cheese grows on trees in Wisconsin?
Absolutely, yes. No, it does not at all. Not at all.
I don't know how to use this guy. You'll get hit by the axe. Yo, come here. Let go of that shield. Hat. No. Cool story, bro. What a dumb down tilt, yo. Alright. Oh yeah? You were trying to janky disrespect though just now?
Oh, maybe.
Richter. You read that fucking roll a mile away, didn't you, Chris?
I tried.
Oh, what? Come on, give me a fucking break. Yo, Morningstar, you trying to fucking work in my favor or not? Or are we just doing the fuck Brad day today? Man, I'm being way too readable. Wow, nice B reverse, Simon. You're out of your mind if you think that shit's gonna be the fucking thing that's gonna kill me, Chris. That wouldn't have worked. Yeah, well,
Fountains.
what were my options? What are we at here?
1413 me.
Alright, let's go. Pick your guy. Just coming down to the wire.
Yeah, it is. I need mitts.
Yeah, man, so, like, Wisconsin's a state. That's whack. Where do you want to live in 10 years? What's the best state you've ever been to? Where could you see yourself living?
I do like Wisconsin as a state, but I also like PA as a state as well, except for with PA there's a lot more things that could be ignored in Wisconsin. Like, I don't do emissions testing or anything like that.
That's cool. White privilege state.
Oh my goodness. Listen here, buddy.
Wow, bro. That's broken. Hold that.
Hold that.
No, you.
He's a lot floatier than I thought he would be.
Who, Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lucky, bro.
Don't mind me, I'm just...
I sing too. Come here. Come listen to this song.
No, let me flash kick you a couple times.
What's something you want to do before you die?
Travel more places. Get superpowers.
Like
Okay,
making
alright. Hold on. If you have one superpower, what would it be?
Well, I don't like that question because the only reason anyone ever asks that is because they can tell you yours then or theirs then.
No, I want to know.
kidding.
I want to know if yours has
I'm
changed.
just being cliche. If I could have any power, I think
It's been like 4 years since I asked you this question. I want to know what's different.
I like the idea of teleportation a lot. Teleportation would be a cool one. I feel like I wouldn't get in too much trouble with that one. Telekinesis would be the ultimate, but I would definitely abuse the shit out of fucking it.
He went to sleep.
Did he?
Yeah.
Fucking Blinky or whatever ghost hit me, bastard. Shit. Come on, bro, pick.
I just did. Think you
What
can-
about you? What's the best power?
Immortality.
All right, but what if like I cut your head off? You're dead.
Brain's still active. It can regrow.
No.
Cellular regeneration.
What if I throw it in the sun?
In the sun, then I'm dead. Yes.
All right. So it's a dumb power, bro.
What? Like if you're cool with living with yourself, if you understand that being with yourself is okay, then it's actually not a bad power.
Does immortality assume that you are at like your peak physical
Yes.
age and everything?
Think of like your cells don't degenerate. So once they get to essentially peak, they just keep reproducing that peak. I have no idea how to use Bayonetta.
Yo, what is this smash attack? This is the worst link in the game, yo. Yo, stay down. How do you kill her? She has like a... Oh, never mind.
Like that. That's
Fair.
it's easy.
Fair, I didn't know. No one told me it was fair. I know now. I know now what I must do.
Oh, that's a kill move too.
Ugh, I guess so. So are you ready for the tournament? Because you're going to be competing in singles and doubles tomorrow.
Yes, I am. Not tomorrow, but
Oh yeah, you know what I meant.
I feel as ready as I will be. Not with Bayonetta, but
What advice would you give to people that play low-tier trash characters like yourself?
don't listen to other people.
That say they're low-tier trash.
Because the reason why they are considered low tier is usually because of one thing. They don't have as many tools as other characters. And if you are a better player than other people, then
So
what's up?
So dumb.
If you're a better player than other people, then that tool set is not as necessary.
That's not going to be the way I get you. I get it. Thanks for telling me.
That didn't even hit me. I'm just gonna point
Doesn't
that
matter.
out.
Doesn't matter, bro. That's
But
still the mini Master Sword.
If you play better, if you know more about the game, if you know the ins and out of your character, and they just know that that's a good character that has all the tools, you can compete. And that's kind of what it comes down to, is understanding your character and knowing what to do against people who have more tools than you. Snake now.
Who do you use in League of Legends?
I usually go mid lane. Ari is one of my favorite characters. And then I also, for top lane, Aurelia, Fiora, ADC, Jinx is really good. Nami for support, or Braum. Braum's really good now.
Isn't that guy from Fire Emblem?
No. Thank you.
Yikes. Nasty, how do you do this? Adam! How do you use this fucking guy?
I didn't catch it, but
Good.
it just blew up on my face.
Alright. So that's how you
okay,
use Snake.
that killed. I was like, I'll get hit by it if I don't catch it.
Yo, what is this fucking little dude? There. Yo, fuck that bullshit, bro. What? That was weird. I don't know why I thought that was gonna eat that. Like, oh yeah, this thing's like broken, so it'll just eat that fucking bowling ball. That was the worst fucking recovery option I could have did. You did not see me just do that, I promise.
Come here.
You think I'm dumb? I'm gonna blow that fucking tree to smithereens.
You really have that much recovery.
Can you not have that? I think that's a death for me if you hit me with that shit. Oh, thank God. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you fucking serious? Out of your mind. Got him.
Oh!
Yo, why doesn't that kill, bro? Get out of here. Oh, yeah, of course. That's the dumbest shit ever. Oh, no. Oh! For those of you that don't know, that would have been the end for him. Bro, yeah! That fucking split kick! Up tilt for the win.
So we're tied now, I believe.
Yeah, man. All day.
I think whoever wins this next match is the winner.
How do you get that?
Because it said 36 matches, and the half of 36 is 18.
6
Oh,
battles
I'm
left.
sorry.
This fucking guy. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna hit it with a penis. I don't know what I'm doing. Who is left? Ugh. What a selection. You're a good doctor. It's a me, Mario. The AC just turned off?
Yeah.
It's going to get hot now.
Yo, dude, it's
All right. Whoever touches that bottom, you know what to do.
Yeah, well, this is the other stage. That was weird. Wow, bro. Of course I didn't connect. You gotta be kidding me.
Nice.
Wow, bro. My shit didn't come out faster?
Nope.
Okay. Let me just get you high enough so that anything I do kills you. Yo, come get tilted right now. Oh, yeah, of course.
There you go.
God damn it.
Yeah, I guess that's what I smelled earlier.
What's that?
Melting.
What melted?
The 3-prong adapter thing.
Oh.
The 3 outlet thing.
Oh, that's part of the chain. That shit's like kaput now.
I don't know.
Oh, what? That's weird. Is it like... Oh, I see it's like darkened. Oh, is that like melted in there now? The fuse probably popped or something, like the surge protector on that little thing. Billy, you're gonna go rob?
Yeah, I'm going to go rob. Peach.
Whatever. Oops.
Got the hat off.
Nah. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It was unwilling. God, this stage though. It is a hot day for a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Help me fund a better air conditioner so I can be like Joe Rogan and have a nice studio, and Joe can have nicer cameras. It's a win-win for all of you guys, let's be honest. Fuck, bro, what is Rob? Thanks, Joe. You're the best. Wow. The fact that that didn't kill, and I had really mediocre DI right there.
Wow.
That doesn't kill. Yeah, okay. Never mind. That grounds? Since when? Yep, of course. I should have picked Rob. Should have picked Rob earlier. I was looking at him. I'm like, man, Terminator.
Maybe.
Fuck, I have win two of these. No, you're choosing someone broken. Allow me to do the same.
You could easily win this.
I will easily win this, Chris. Why this stage, bro?
Holy speed these guys have.
Holy disjoint that move is. Yeah, of course. Of course. Damn it, Luma. Why do you suck? How did you place that perfectly?
Nice.
Why do I have to earn these so much? Why aren't you free, Chris? What's the best song in Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
Serenade of Water.
No one says that. That's everyone's least favorite.
What? Bolero of Fire is pretty good, and so is the Song of Storms. So is the Song of Time, but Serenade of Water, that's where you get your kicks from.
I don't know, this bitch's fucking moves. God damn it, Luma. I don't know. This ain't looking good. I'm looking down at like the last people in the cast. I'm like, fuck, bro. This is looking less and less possible.
Advantage.
Oh, so like I lose if you win one.
This is game point, right?
Yeah. All right, come on, DDD.
Boo.
Let's lax
Boo,
down
Chris.
tilt.
Boo, Chris.
Lucas. I wonder if that's possible.
X-Men or Avengers?
Avengers.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Mortal Kombat or Tekken?
Tekken.
Tekken or Street Fighter?
Fuck.
Tekken or Street Fighter?
Tekken. I think it's more right now compared to Tekken 7 or Street Fighter 5. It's Tekken.
Christ. Who would win, Jason Todd or Frank Castle?
Jason Todd.
No fucking
Yeah!
way, bro.
Jason Todd is reanimated corpse, and he's trained by Batman and Ra's al Ghul. Let's be real.
Frank beat the whole Marvel universe. Oh my fucking
Because
God,
the
bro.
writers wanted it to be so.
Why are you mad, bro?
I'm not. I'm just telling you how it is.
I lost
Is
right
it-
now. This is the end.
All right, here.
Yo, come here. You ain't getting me with that bullshit, bro. You ain't getting me with that shit, bro. Sorry. Fucking dumb, bro. Oh no.
Not
He
fully
tried, to
true.
get, he tried to get a really quick one in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I got you with it. Fuck you,
Yep.
that doesn't count.
Oh.
Got him.
I still have advantage.
Yeah, whatever, bro. I don't know, man. Gotta go speed.
Oh, random.
Let's let fate decide.
All right.
Why don't we just leave the fucking door open on the bus this whole time? Jesus
So much
Christ,
better.
it is.
As long as it's a windy day.
We made a mistake.
Hey, look, Brad, you still got Diddy Kong.
Good. You're still gonna get trashed by this Diddy Kong.
Yeah, that's why those Max air fans, the ones you put in the ceiling of buses, are so good.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like compared to air conditioners, Max air fans are like actually super good.
Oh.
Why? Why is that?
Because it vents all the heat out the top, and it uses almost no electricity at all.
Oh.
Whereas an air conditioner has to condition the whole space, so it needs to be like super big air conditioning system
Yeah.
to get the same effect.
Bro, why don't you just use your sonic speed? Gotta make quick. Gotta do speed.
So it's literally like a 1,000 watts versus 30 watts, and it can almost do the same thing for a bus.
All right.
Yo, chill. Joe's our resident bus expert, ladies and gentlemen. I bet y'all are asking, why is this podcast on a bus? I will reveal this on next episode's podcast. Maybe not. If my guest asks me, I'll do it. I don't know how to use Diddy Kong. All right, good
Okay.
game. Fucking, so you're better randomly with random more characters in the cast. No one cares, game. No one skip this. Skip this, bro. No one cares.
Nice.
No one cares.
Oh, look at
bro.
that. Player
No one
2
cares.
wins.
No
Oh,
one
so
cares.
good.
No one cares, bro. Press B.
Oh, hold on.
No
Let
one
me enjoy
cares.
that a little bit more.
All right, man. So I think that's a wrap. Chris, if people want to find out more about you, where can they find you, man?
So you can find me at twitch.com/.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv, my bad. /Vedinian or youtube.com/Vedinian. Pretty much Google Vedinian and stuff will pop up for me. The website is adarklegacy@weebly.com.
.weebly.com.
It's
He
hot.
beats me at Smash.
It's
I
hot.
beat him at grammar. Yo.
You know what?
And he's
I'm a writer. Trust me. No, but yeah, adarklegacy.weebly.com. You'll find all my creations, my writings, my poems, my short films, my AMVs, all of that stuff is there. And like I said, I get pretty much anything Vedinian, that's me. I use that tag for practically everything. So, yeah.
All right, man.
Better at smashing this guy.
Yeah. With random mad characters, whatever, bro. It's hot. Get me on an air-conditioned day. It's a wrap. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me. Peace. Bye.